Yeah. Metal theologian, what's up in the chat? Check. Welcome to stream of conscious rap. What up to a mirror in the chat? See if I'm hearing it any clearer than that. I got a few things I need to clear up. In fact, let me see if they hearing what I'm putting in, what I'm stirring. And I'm appearing to be something superseding the appearance, transcending, and see where I'm gonna land. But really the land that ebbs in is something that ebbs and flows. It's probably not something you're gonna get the best win. Matter of fact, these headwinds are pushing me in new directions. I'm learning, hello world, to a new planet. Never seen nothing, new discernment happening in front of me. And really the dirt underneath my feet is turning. That's a new horizon I'm not used to seeing. But really the truth is applying. In any situation I'm applying it. Why would they try to come and pirate it like they got something they wanna steal from the pot with it? I'm just smoking my pot. Matter of fact, I'm doing a lot with it. And you lot are coming for a lot of it. Put it all back in a bag and running out with it. But I'm not running out of shit. Matter of fact, I can account for it. That's just the way the alchemy hits the account with it. There's too much of the outcome. Now the album's coming, it's about to split heads, and they're about to split after it. Now the counterfeit dimes and rhymes they wanna put in my name and put in my head is not gonna go along with the times. I'm folding it, knowing I'm less inclined. Yeah, looking like a dope like Ezra Klein when I'm coming through on the incline. Yeah, catching the decline, and this shit is catching you in time. I mean, this passionate shit reaching people who are more dispassionate and more disattached. But this attachment is probably something that's gonna get them blacking out and coming back for a mile. I mean, I'm standing back in style. Look at my passion now. Didn't realize that had a fade out on the end of it, so I'm probably not gonna go for too long on this one. I got a couple beats that are ready and prepared with it, always coming with the preparation, and know that it's gonna get you properly sedated. King, yeah, know that I'm coming with the bling. And one thing, if you know about me, know that the destructive, instructive shit that's coming clean, yeah, coming clean like I cleaned up before I came to the thing, and now I'm just speaking to my queen through the chat while I'm rapping. Cause that's just the type of thing I get into, and my lean might get me going. Yeah, glycine, I'm just a little bit amoebic, changing, evolving anytime I'm on the scene. My eyes are equating and I'm staying in my lane and keeping my equilibrium, equating, moving like the equator, always having it. Gotta have what I came for. Might not split it in half, cause that's just havoc wreaking in the head, and now they're leaking. I mean, they're reeking. Cause I can see right through them, see what they're really speaking, and all kinds of frequencies that they're trying to slip in past me. But that's just the last you'll see of me. And now the grassroots movement that is speaking to me is gonna have the last laugh easily. So just trash the sequence. Now I'm coming through blasting it, yeah, and I'm the last with it. They're never gonna stand up to me. Ain't no testament, no testimony that they could give that is gonna be standing next to me on the acrimony. And just the ceremony of it probably puts me in a different category. Scattered for ya. Now it's just something that's wreaking havoc on the rest of the townsfolk. Don't you know the only way to start the abrupt rupture? I'm just the one that's holding the clutch. I'm too clutch with it, and now they're knowing the structure is coming apart soon as I'm stepping in the room. In the juncture, there's too much function that gets pulled apart soon as I'm applying my brain and gets clutched in. Pulling the clutch in and seeing if they got any questions. Yeah. Alright, I'll switch the speed since I wanted to fade out right there. Let's see. Did I go on this one? Yeah, I can go on this one for a while. Yo, what's up, Helen Connolly? something that is said to me commonly, saying hello in the chat just to see if I can commonly rap and calmly debase it. All the facts and comments that are coming from me is really just causing so much destruction in Saturn and all the things that are gravitating all around me. Now the gravity's pulling, not really sensing the gravity of the situation, are ya? But I'm not fooling anyone with this fool's gold that I'm approaching with. Now they're encroaching on my space and I'm wondering, why do I loathe them? Really there's no motion in the world that could get me going along with what they're doing. The pull is undeniable, but I'm just the one who's coming through, filling shoes they're trying to fill, but they don't know what kind of things that I gotta do to be doing it. Yeah, and I'm coming through, trying to be a unique voice with it and speak to some things that need to be spoken to, like Druski talking about Erica Kirk and all that weird shit that she's been doing, really striking at a chord with the conservative movement, cause you gotta split in it. A lot of people in that MAGA shit actually agree with him and probably were laughing along with it. That's exactly the calculation that Druski made when he decided to be laughing and dancing and being Erica Kirk in that depiction. Even though he didn't name her, everybody knew what he was doing, and he had to be including all the conservatives that think they're untouchable from the humor into it, just to show all these people to be students of what exactly not to do when your husband gets murked in front of everybody and you're trying to come to the conclusion of how I can take over the whole operation that he was running and keep running with the movement. Probably shouldn't be going out on TV when you don't particularly have the charisma to be doing it, and trying to get people to move with you, barely can shed a tear for it, and not a lot of people were here for it, but they still aired it on CBS. Barry Weiss wanted to even shed a tear with it, but I'm feeling like it's just tyranny in a different disguise by a different name. So I'm sure that many people are here with me, and just cracking at it a little bit. It caused a whole upset in the conservative movement. Everybody is all pissed at it, acting like it's uncharted territory, but I thought comedy was legal. Once again, I thought we were allowed to go anywhere that we want and we can punch down, and there's nothing wrong with it. Nothing's on the fence and nothing is offensive. I'm sure that they must have made a mistake, must have forgot about the way they were reprehensive of the culture that was created, that was a little bit careful, walking on eggshells. But for some reason Erica Coke is supposed to be untouchable. Did I say Erica Coke? That was a little bit of a Freudian slip off the dome, but I'm sure that you can catch the grip of what I'm clutching it. Yeah, and I'm sure that she is clutching her pearls behind the scenes, probably getting ready to sue some shit or trying to do some shit. Yeah, really just doing a propaganda push behind the scenes, trying to get all these inclinations and all these conservatives who are pushed and pissed off, triggered because their little feelings were hurt by seeing how everybody sees the fucking way Erica Kirk looks when she's looking through those peepers. It just revokes and reminds of demons and evokes a kind of feeling that nobody wants to be having anything to do with. And actually it's the perfect satirical thing to come to and be joking on, and it's not his fault that he decided to do it. He was the perfect person for it. But now watch, a bunch of racists on the right wing side are gonna try to reclaim the cultural ground they're losing by saying we're gonna do blackface and we're gonna come out and come to the same conclusion, because if it's okay for him to do it with whiteface, then we're gonna just rebuttal it, and it's gonna go disastrously for them, causing them to lose all the progress that they've made when it comes to Black America and many different pieces of the American population that for some reason wanted to lean to the right, but already that part of the movement is bleeding. And I'm sure that I know the reason is because they got too cocky with what they thought they were bringing in to the public consumption and the public conversation. Didn't even see what Hasan Connolly said. I thought it was a positive comment, but I guess I must have been tripping. Yeah, shit must have been different at a different time, but now I'm thinking there are way too many ways that my mind can get glitching. Yeah, cause I'm trying to find the place it's shifting, make sure that I'm shipping like I'm riding the waves, and the comedy comes in waves, and there's always things to make fun of, and nobody likes it when it's shoved in their face, but when it's Druski especially, he's gonna be the target of all kinds of targeted attacks. attacks in his face that are gonna try to debase and get at his base, not really understanding the cultural power that he perfectly has, cause he's placed in the perfect position to be doing that kind of satire of Erica Kirk, and everybody's thinking it, so somebody just had to come out and do it, and it was perfect cause it was so unsettling, staring at the camera and the eyes and the way they were looking at it seemed a little bit terrible. Yeah, it was about Druski, and I'm sure that the flow came back. Now I'm getting sicker than TheraFlu. Matter of fact, I was sick a few weeks ago, and that TheraFlu saved my soul, got me together by the time I had to perform a show. But I'm not performative though, so I'm just gonna come through, and now I'm forming these thoughts that are gonna come through. Now I'm just shifting the format, and they're adoring. Call me Christopher Dorner, cause they can't find him after the thing that he's done and now it's dawning on them that the dawn is coming further. Yeah, Helen, yeah. Let's see what the deleted message was. Did she come back? He got those crazy eyes down, now she was straight. Come back to the chat so you can get the message across so people can see that it's great. And I'm not trying to degrade, I'm just seeing that there's too many things that are lying in my face, and the carrot I was always gonna take, but it's a carrot that I don't care about, so that's the reason that I'm not gonna take. I'm saying obsequious, yeah, Druski got the crazy eyes down. He's seeing through the sequence, and he's seeing all the fucking vicious and seethedness. And I'm seething when I see that the seatedness of the audience for all of this reactionary, bigoted shit. I'm just happy to see someone laughing at that ridiculous side of the spectrum once again. Yeah, the cultural dominance been shattered when it comes to left-wing satirical commentary, but it's still good to see someone like Druski who really just does cultural commentary dipping into the political commentary world, even though I'm sure it's kind of scary, but that leads into the next subject. Yeah, Amira helped me with the TheraFlu, that's true, and I was barely a dude. I was withering away in the bed. I was thinking that maybe this is the end, and the way that I'm going, things are probably not gonna end well for me too. Blacking out like the blackness is coming, and then all of a sudden, I was waking up in a different place. I was hallucinating, thinking about all the things I wanted to do while I was rapping and spitting at my show, but would it even happen? Cause I was trapped in a different universe, parallel, can't even get out of there as well, but I could see a window to where I was, and a familiar face as well. Amira telling me, here you go, here's some TheraFlu that'll get you out of the situation and get you ready to flow, ready once again. And then I'm going over the head with it, and I'm sure that they were defending themselves at first when I came through, but now I'm pretending that there are anyone else on my level, but really we know that I'm transcending it. I mean, this is just the message I'm trying to send to shit. Hell yeah, Helen Connolly, Brad, glad we brought you back so you can hear all of the bragging that I'm doing awfully often. Soon as I'm going off of the head, shit's kinda going crazy, turning into a cartoon, cause I'm in the car and I'm tuning into all these things. My mind is going berserk like I got a bazooka. Might just blast it at you to see what it do for TheraFlow, rest in peace, my granny. She got hit with a twofer, not just a bazooka, but also a drone strike from outside of the sky. But the fact is, that shit ain't even funny, cause it's happening to everyone in any different country other than America. It seems like, at least like it seems to me comfortably, like I can say that. Shifting into the topic of Cuba and Hassan, but matter of fact, I want to switch this beat before I get off of this. Yeah, okay. Old beat or new beat? We'll do this one. Yeah. Recently been some controversy, no surprise, about a guy named Hassan Piker, always in the headlines, popping up. People like to spread lies, but also take little things he said or little things that lie deep and try to put it up so people can see it, so they can inflate the numbers of these complaints so people won't be on his side and try to flip it. But why? That's the question. He's one of the only left-wing commentators presenting an actual argument that people can get on the right side of. But obviously that's not something that any establishment figures want. And I'm wondering, why are there so many people, voices willing to spread the establishment narrative when it comes to Hassan? He's just one of those people that's constantly stepping in it, constantly saying things or having a look that makes people want to go at his head with it, but acting like he doesn't represent a lot of people's thoughts, processes in this country is kind of missing a large swath of the population that's probably going to be determinant, especially as we're shifting back to this more fucking left-wing attitude in this country as a reaction to Trump. The Hassan Piker wing of the party is gonna start to trump any of this establishment liberal bullshit that they're trying to bring to us. So it doesn't make sense and it doesn't ring true to me, and it doesn't strike me as legitimate that they're gonna be going after his head, trying to make him into a toxified figure that's not worth talking about. Some article written about him saying that he's not the type of person that Democratic candidate should be walking around, because Omar Abdul Sayed in Minnesota was doing an interview with him and wanted to get into his head and maybe reach the audience of people to get a little bit of a boost in the polls, because he's up against someone who's a progressive but more on the side of Israel and AIPAC instead. And that's exactly the fight that's happening, because the Democratic Party's already recognized that they need to go in a progressive direction, but they're trying to do it in a way that protects their interests when it comes to insurance and also AIPAC, with no question. So they're trying to figure out how to alienate voices that are calling attention to that and try to make it toxic, trying to make it radioactive so that people don't even want to touch it, and people don't even know much about Hassan in the first place. All they know is that they heard some type of discussion, and that's why when lazy to try do some lazy fucking video bullshit coming at Hassan, trying to group him in with the other right-wing grifters that he's always talking about, this shit it just comes across like some loser shit, and it's too loose on the details. So let me get into the shit for people who are a little too confused with it, cause really there's no comparison, but he's doing that because he wants to stay on the middle fence sitting post and not actually choose a side in this culture war, even though he's playing his part and he's trying to not stay in his lane. And I'm appreciating that Too Lazy to Try has been going after a lot of the right-wing grifters like Liver King and other dudes like that, misogynists and red pill creeps. But I could always tell from the rhetoric that he would approach those videos from that he was consuming their content, so he partially agreed with them. Not sure if I could paint him as some kind of right-wing figure, wouldn't want to, because honestly often I agree with him, and I think that the beat that he's chosen when it comes to covering the grifters and the greed of them has been pretty on point. And I think it's fair to criticize the look of activism when people seem to be flaunting their wealth, but I think that misses the point, cause really you're just ignoring the whole trip and the reason they went. It wasn't just for enjoyment, it was to bring some attention and some actual aid to the people, cause they need it before the military inevitably deploys on their land and tries to take it. Don't you think it's poignant? Like, man, maybe more important than pointing out how much someone's outfit might have cost or their glasses or something, Googling it after the fact. Why don't you Google what America's doing on the shores of Cuba? So sure that we should take that back then and take their traction. Matter of fact, see how far that goes back on a map, how long we've been at them, at their throats, trying to eliminate any chance that they have at economic growth. And that's the context that activists want to use as a way to go there and bring some people some joy, maybe some things that they might need. And even if you view it as performative, it's still going there and making an example of how people can be doing it, and informing them on what it actually looks like to make activism a part of your life that's normative. And that's much better than what a lot of these people on YouTube are doing, trying to criticize anybody, whether it's comedians or someone better or someone worse like Bert Kreischer, just trying to stay on the fence with it because they know they're attracting a lot of right-wing audience with it that are going along with their narrative, and so they don't want to alienate them because they like that cheddar that they get from it. So really it makes you not much better than the grifters that you're talking about if you're not actually willing to take a political stance on these issues that you're making a living talking about, and you're just obscuring the issue, talking about what someone's wearing and not actually the reason they went to the island in the first place and what America's doing there, and just skipping over that completely just shows the ignorance that you have. Some of the most educated population anywhere in the world is in Cuba. So what that means is they know that even when the wealthy Americans come, as long as they're bringing some aid and they're bringing some attention, which no one ever brings them. Picture every rich person from America that you can think of. None of them are doing the things that Hassan and Chris Smalls did, trying to bring the spotlight to Cubans so people can hear them, and doing interviews with them on the streets to see what they're going through in this blackout and these horrible conditions that we oppose upon them. And people like Too Lazy to Try will try to get on the right side of the issue as soon as it's become blown up large enough that they can pick who they want to go with. So they'll kind of gesture at a genocide or Israel, but really they just want to stay away from topics like that because they don't feel comfortable talking about it. Why is that? Because they don't know and they don't do research, and they're too lazy to try, too lazy to dig in and see what type of information actually might be behind it. And Hassan is too easy of a target because he comes off as someone who's trying to reach a certain market, and to an extent that's true, but if you're paying attention to what he's barking and what he's actually doing in his career and how he goes about it, it's one of the best examples of how to have a left-wing ethic and how to be about the shit you speak about that we've seen on certainly the Twitch scene or anything like it. So saying he didn't stay at the right hotel or he should have done the trip in a way that you like is kind of missing the point. Nobody there has lights, and of course the government wanted him to come so he could bring attention. One of the only voices in America, well, they'll let him. Don't you think that that's something worth bringing people's views to so they can see through new lenses than the ones we give them, giving shit to the Cuban people for no reason just because we don't like the government that they've chosen and they go with, and we call it a dictator, and then trying to act like Hassan is some type of hater for talking about white Cubans that fled from there, but then want to be dictating what we do in terms of our American policy and how we treat them. Seems like just a blatant misdirect and misunderstanding of the conflict in the first place. Or wouldn't be surprised if there's some kind of family connect. Maybe that's part of his history, is people that flee from some kind of country saying that the dictatorship is something that they can't live with anymore. Honestly, usually it's just people with a lot of money that got chased out of it, and now Cuba, in order to get us off of their back, is offering a lot of these rich white pig Cubans amnesty. Fuck them, giving them money back and shit they don't deserve, reparations that they shouldn't have incurred, because what occurred when it comes to seizing their assets and the forfeiture was completely deserved. Matter of fact, it was probably underserved, but you can see that Cuba, even under the crushing boot of American sanctions, is still able to do amazing things like create a vaccine on their own during COVID, and have an educated population with great doctors, because the training they're getting from the government, the actual investment in the infrastructure and the people that live there is next level compared to what we're doing. That's why we had to block off their oil from a different place and different shipment that has nothing to do with us. That was the only way that we could get them blacking out the way they have. And trust, Trump is gonna go after them the first moment that he has, but he's stepped in this quagmire in the Middle East, and so now it looks like he's stuck and he's gonna be there for a while. Probably can't afford to divert resources in a different direction, because that's gonna hurt the incursion in Iran. So he's putting that on pause for the minute, just leaving them in the dark and leaving them to die and starve. And that's why people like Hassan going there, even if you feel like they're flaunting or flexing, who gives a fuck? Somebody needs to go and bring those people something, and also show Americans what we're doing. But what you're doing, too lazy to try, is bringing attention to the wrong things and stupid drama. These are not right-wing grifters that are just talking on podcasts or talking about their mama or how their fucking audience is poor, so they don't give a fuck about the struggles of them, like Tom Segura. This is someone who actually stands for something and makes an effort to go for it. And there's criticisms to be had. I've criticized Hassan before in the past, and I get it. He seems like someone who comes off as willing to show the wealth that he has, and sometimes I think that's a bit distasteful. But the fact is he's doing exactly what someone who cares about these things with a passion should be doing, and that's why it's not worth criticizing him more than criticizing these right-wing goofs. But yeah, taking a fucking fence sit inside is really just gonna group you in with the Ben Shapiros and the fucking Zionists. So if that's the direction that you're trying to go, it's actually a similar argument when it comes to Cuba and why we're trying this. So if that's what you're feeling like you support, then I suggest you try it. Yeah. Grim on Newsmax almost covered that a few days back, in fact, but something got in the way, something that was a little bit more comfortable to cover that I wanted to get on top of, so I had to get into it before they smothered it, and now I'm covering it, and now the coverage that I'm getting is uncoveted, so let me just cover up this shit. And what is this? This is really a supplement you're gonna get, so now a ton of it is gonna get dropped on your head, whether it's coming by plane or boat, it's gonna get there, gonna reach the shore. Better doubt it, never doubt it, better give you the quote. Now I'm just living in a limited time framing. I'm saying I'm staying. Why would I be abstaining when I'm just trying to retraining? I mean, I'm trying to regroup my thoughts after all this exploding and chaos that's been caused and been happening. Now I'm just trying to heap it back up, leaving it. Alright, leaving it at that, I think. Alright, switch the beat. Let's see. Okay, I rapped on an old one. Let's rap on a new one. Did I do this one already? Yeah. Okay, what am I talking about next? TSA. Okay, see, like, Trump had to back off of his TSA bullshit, because he wasn't trying to fold on the deal that they are not making in Congress when it comes to funding the whole government. Why is that? Because of DHS. Because DHS wants to be killing people in the streets like Alex Preddy and Renee Good, and so as soon as that happened, it pretty much made it impossible that it was gonna get the funding. So DHS has been shut down since then, which means TSA agents aren't getting paid, which means they're moving on to other jobs and different things that they can do. And ever since Trump came in, have you noticed that every government employee has been in a much less stable situation? Turns out, actually, we might need some of them, and so they're trying to send ICE agents to these airports to get control of the situation, probably by force, and try to force it through. But really, the chaos that it's causing, of course, is just throwing things off course, and they don't even have enough ICE agents for this. They're just recruiting fucking random 14-year-olds and shit, and trying to get them going across the obstacle course with no training, just throwing them at it, saying you have some authority and you have some reason to be telling people what they can and can't be doing in line, and if someone is looking to you like, you should be grabbing them and taking them back to the black side, because they are not as white as you're thinking that they should be, don't look like they speak English, at least not properly, so that means that you can be pulling them back with you, and distantly. There's a call of conscience that's calling us, but really all of us are ignoring it, because we're just hustling and busy getting to where we're going, trying to get on the next plane. Not sure how any of these American citizens in these airports can even take the pressure of seeing ICE agents in front of them, and some of them are shilling for them and trying to act like this is normal, but really I just feel like it would be a huge amount of restraint that I would have to be showing if I was seeing some of those sick, twisted motherfuckers working for that agency in front of me and trying to tell me what to do when I was in line at the airport and where to go. Yeah. And so it seems like the pressure from that situation eventually made it so that Trump had to sign an executive order saying that he was going to divert funds from elsewhere in the government just to be paying TSA agents, and that was probably the right move from the beginning, cause fuck everybody else in DHS. TSA is fine, especially if it's going to keep these thugs out of line. Yeah, so just pay what you gotta do. That's what happens when Democrats don't fold, when everybody on the Republican side wants them to, which is what they're used to and what they often do. And even now they're making a deal when they don't have to, but that deal doesn't include funding for ICE, and they should hold off on that as long as they can. At least through the midterms, there should be no vote on funding for ICE or DHS, matter of fact, but it seems like they worked around that, because that's what they're working around the clock to do, is make compromises with fascists and find a way to keep the wheels on the fascist train going and moving, so everything can go smooth when it comes to the fascist takeover of the USA. Just banking on the fact that the next election is going to take this away, but it's not going to happen, because the cultural conversation that led us towards Trump in the first place is still well underway, and a lot of people are not giving up on those narratives, and really it's just tearing at the fabric. So the tyranny is exactly what some of these people want to be seeing, and it seems to me like it'll be at least a few years before those people are marginalized the way they should be. We'll probably be in tears and in stirs, and it'll just keep popping and keeping the popular politics on hold and on the back burner, and it might burn you, but I'm concerned that things are turning in an uncontrollable way, especially with wars in the Middle East that they never even had their fingers under control, and kind of figured that all they would have to do is go there and drop a few bombs in a few fucking schools, and all of a sudden Iran would back off. But now seeing that that's not exactly what's happening, it's causing something to happen and lapse in the mind of Trump, and all of a sudden they're hesitating and not really sure which direction they want to be taking it. And to me that sounds cowardly, sounds like complacence. It sounds like they're willing to be stuck in this quagmire for a while and just try to find a way to message around it and tell us that everything is okay with it. And if you think about it, that's what they did with the Iraq War. Even after Bush started it and Obama inherited it, there was just less coverage of it on the television, so people barely even remembered that we were there with it. And that's the best and most sustainable model for warfare on a large scale when it comes to Americans, is to just not tell them and keep using their taxes for it. And the American right wing is gonna fall for it. Of course they will, because they're gonna fall for every single right wing argument about the culture, and that's gonna keep pulling them in a direction where they rely on this fucking grifter and vulture to just keep blowing up whatever he wants to. And they might criticize him and act like they oppose that, but really they're gonna go back to being a poster child and being the poster boys for him and shilling for him and telling them that you should go and vote for these fucking grifters because the Democrats are so much worse for you. That's exactly what the narrative's gonna be, and I promise that it might not be enough in the midterms to save the GOP, but when it comes to a presidential election happening in 2019 or 2028, just don't mind me just forgetting how dates work, but really it can't work, cause really the things I aim for, it may just go berserk, like our American politics will if you give it a few years. Just let shit work, just let shit cook. It's about to get blowing off I'm just blowing off all of these kooks who are trying to talk on my line and telling me all of these things that they think. Really the telepathy don't stick. I can see what you're thinking, but I'm like a mile ahead and I ain't interested, cause I feel how the rhetoric works. I see how the pieces slide together, and they always have, and I can see it with satisfaction soon as you say exactly the thing that I thought you would, cause I can see how these dialogue trees and branches branch off from each other, and people thought they were saying something original, and that includes me too. That's why I try to put some thought into these things that I speak to you, to try to be as original as I possibly can, not just a tear of the tissue, but apparently some kind of issue, some substance that is new. This is something that just concludes, and I'm trying to bring them to new conclusions. Schumer and Jeffries gotta go, gotta get out, they gotta be consuming the rest of their retirement from somewhere else where they can't be doing as much damage as they're doing. Just by failing to oppose this, they think that by holding out and letting Trump expose how bad he is at all this, that they can just take power back and depose him, and it won't be any more complicated than Democrats saying, weren't we better the whole time? And actually I fear that that will be a persuasive argument, and a lot of people like Hakeem Jeffries and Schumer are thinking that this is going exactly the way that they wanted it, and that's why they're not caving on certain things, because they figured out how to assert themselves at least a little bit when it comes to funding for ICE, and they're probably not gonna cave on that anytime soon. But if Trump can just divert fundings to pay TSA, then I assume he can also do that with his goons, and pay them through whatever date he wants to, with money that's coming from stolen tariff money or somewhere else. Who knows? I'm not sure, but I know he wants that paramilitary force out in force, and he's not gonna let them go the way of the rest of the government forts that he scourged and didn't allow to flourish, and took the money for him and put it on the floor, and that's just his form. and seeing how the self-destructive approach to government probably was the worst thing that Trump could have did, because now he's seeing that it actually affects him and his ability to govern himself and do the things that he wants to do and get into. And this is just the conclusion we were all inevitably going to reach. Not sure why we had to get through it just for people to get it, but it doesn't make me hopeful for people to actually come to the conclusion that this was the wrong way to go for America, because I'm still seeing a lot of people saying that the choice with Trump was better still. So that means that the cultural argument completely has to shift and change complexly and turns into something completely different and new for people to grab onto and sink their teeth into. And I intuit when Israel owns both parties, hundreds of thousands innocent lives are ended. And what's interesting to me is how many people can see that and get that through their heads. It's kind of amazing. A couple years ago, if you would have asked me would I had thought that this many people would see the side of the Palestinians, I would have thought there's no chance. I would have thought we would have already moved on from them, especially with Trump as president. I would have thought we wouldn't even be talking about the plight of Palestine and what the Zionists are doing to them. The fact that that's come back to the forefront is kind of amazing, and it's not all anti-Semitism, although there are some tinges of that. No denying it, especially on the right and shit, because the right are the ones that are actually supplying it, and they just want to go in that direction. They want more bigotry in America, and that's what people were always co-signing when they went along with Trump. It's really no surprise in it, so we can grab this fucking culture back in just a second, but it's gonna have to be something that transcends what people view as politics. And if it goes through the Democratic Party, it's gonna have to be someone that tears down all the assumptions of what a Democrat is supposed to do and look like and how he's supposed to be talking. That's the only way the conversation is going to shift back in the right direction, because otherwise, if Democrats take power back, it's going to be someone like Newsom, who just reaffirmed his support for the state of Israel, and he's oozing with scum. What a fucking disgusting dude, but he's the type of dude who's going to find a way to keep maneuvering through this whole scene until he can get through to the end of it. Now I'm just trying to tie up any loose end that I can with it. Might just switch this beat so I can get into the last few topics that I wanted to be touching. Yeah. How we feeling? Should I get to this one yet? Yeah, I'll do this one for a second. See if anyone in the chat can guess this sample. I doubt you'll get this sample. This is some shit that goes way back to when I was first getting into hip-hop and finding things that were getting to my mind and getting me amped though. And this was one of the things that got through. Sampled from a resample from a song I used to listen to back when I was just like 14 or so. And this shit was spinning and it was in my head from the beginning. The darkness of it in a way that it just keeps you on a string's end. It keeps me stringing along, and I'm trying to string a sentence together without singing. Do you know how difficult that is? Now I found a different source of the apprehension, and that's a lesson I'll have to be teaching for a long time. And I'm staying in all of my mind, I'm out of my mind, as you can all probably tell by now. And now the outcome is gonna rain down on them. And now I'm all finding, spitballing, and now this shit's just calling. I'm calling myself back, and now an alcoholic is the way to describe the cycles that I'm on when it comes to getting back to the rapping and making it all happen in just a second. Why? Cause I'm balling, and I can't stop cause I'm hearing the calling. I have to answer it when it comes for me, but comfortably. I'm gonna have to see if any other MCs wanna just empty out this space with me. I mean, blatantly, I can't even take the capriciousness. Now we're seeing the ceaseless propaganda that they're speaking with, and it's kinda lazy the things they're doing. Now I'm seeing if they're trying to be too obsequious, and the sequencing of this is going. Now the ruckus is getting destructive. What the fuck are they going for? Better cut it out, cause the rubble is building up and it's piling up, and now the piles of it are actually too big to even be going through, too big to dispose of. What now? Am I the video guy on Eb&Flow? Yeah, I'm the one doing everything you've seen, every video on this channel is me, doing my thing every morning, dropping podcasts for the people that they can be tuning in to see the kind of things I'm taking it on. My dear, I did not know you very well, but I'm here. Let me clear my throat so I can be clear. I want a real chat. Relax the on point rhymes. Yeah, and now I'm just all pointing it, and now I'm just stalling it, and I'm stalling for what reason? There's no reason to be appointed. Yeah, I'm making great points, and now I'm learning. Yeah. Relax the on point rhymes. I'm not sure what you're saying. You're saying you wanna be talking on live and not be rapping. Well, that's not gonna happen, cause this is the best channel for me to be getting the rapping across and making it zap ya. Very self-aware, I appreciate that, yeah. And as well as it, I'm coming through with the well of it, trying to empty the well of it, so I can make as much money as I can for the cause and be swelling it, and maybe be a whale with it, cause really to be prevailing, there's gotta be some capital investment. That's what I'm learning from this whole situation, and the grassroots movement is only something if there's some contribution and also labor going into it, people putting their muscle into the movement, the hustle and flow, and what does it do? I'm just trying to be constructive too and construct some new things, yeah, cut the track, what the fuck would I do, yeah, now I'll be listening to it, better loosen up, yeah, cause there's too many things on my mind. Anything you wanna say in the chat, I will explain my thoughts on it, but this is, for rapping. Maybe at the ending, I can go to just some discussion, but that's the whole point of this live stream, cause I'm coming on here to be bussin' these raps and, not sure if I'm trying to do a just chatting thing. I've done it in the past, and yeah, I wasn't asking you to be sending me money. That wasn't the question I was asking. Just passing me by the far side. No, that's not the motherfucking sample. Sorry, guy. I'm just going off the mind, and it's all compliant. Now I'm all applying it. Yeah, I'm off the wires, and it's going all the while I'm staying on, and the wheels turning, but my mind is always going wild. Yeah. Yeah, SORA's shutting down. Altman says that he needs to alter the code and actually start doing something that's more business facing. And I'm thinking that this is a little bit suspicious, the actual moment that it's taking place in. Yeah, I'm not trying to be moving in this direction, never have been when it comes to the AI shit. Yeah, head on, that's fine, man. Yeah. Favorite part about the internet is seeing if it's gonna keep getting that, yeah. Thomas Griswold, yeah. Maybe I'll do some lives in the future, but that's not really compliant with what I'm doing. It's called stream of conscious rap for a reason. That's cause that's what I'm doing. Just going off the dome, and I appreciate your feedback in the chat. Thomas Griswood 517 513 is where I'm coming from. And now I'm just trying to split apart the conundrum so I can open it up for and see if there's too many lump sums. Misses one. No, it's not. It's some old obscure idea shit. I have no idea with. I'm just trying to see if my shit can split way too far. I'm seeing it. I'm seeing that the sequence is ending. Like Sam Altman ending SORA all of a sudden. Why the fuck is he doing that? It seems a bit suspicious if you're asking me. All of a sudden that huge visualizer app that he was building, trying to do outputs of video to replace you and me, all of a sudden it's gone. And I thought that that was a part of the AI unity and the singularity that we were all gonna be reaching soon, you see, and it was gonna replace Hollywood. But I guess that was a fallacy, but there's other models out there that were out doing it. But I'm hoping that SORA shutting down is a sign that there's a broader insecurity when it comes to these video models, and all of them are gonna go that same way. I hope it's the bubble popping. I'm not sure if that's too optimistic of me, but I know that if not, it's gonna be a problem. And it seems to me that it just takes too much computed power, and it wasn't actually doing anything for them, and they want to go in a direction where they can serve the government's needs and make surveillance tools for them and blow up on anything that they care to at any place and anywhere. And that's what they're gonna focus their technology on for the near future. And that's what they got in store for you and me, and it's weird and it's rare. Atmosphere is close. KRS-One, no. Atmosphere is closer, it's idea and abilities on. I might quote ya, yeah. Great name for a track, conscious stream. It's a stream of conscious rap that I'm bringing back, and I'm hoping they're all on a page, cause I'm turning the page on them, and really I'm talking the awkward way, and all these AI models are going the awkward way, cause they were never the right way to go in the first place, and hopefully all of them will be replaced, cause I'm not trying to misplace my humanity, and these dudes like Sam Altman would have me do it in a minute and scan my face so they can have it forever and own it. So it's always good to know that their unsustainable technology is crumbling underneath their feet, and I don't know if it's just me, but does it seem like these models are getting worse and less potent over time and not actually improving? I wonder why that is. Probably because the bet that they were making is that the machine learning nature of the technology would just keep it moving forward and evolving, but that's not actually what's happening. It's actually devolving in its ability to reason and come up with outputs that people are actually wanting, let alone its ability to actually edit outputs in the first place, because it's not the one that you need for whatever project you're working. So if it doesn't get it right the first time, there's no way to get it to reproduce that. That's a real issue with the technology, but they don't have no solve for it, not yet. And that's really what was keeping things like SORA and even the other video engineering models that are better from ever being something that could be sustainably on the market, because there's no way that you can get it to give you a better picture after the first one. It's purely good for conception and creating concept art that can maybe be used in the future to make something new with it and create a new section, but there's no way that you can actually use the technology from that sector to create outputs that make it into the final picture. And anything I've seen that tries to use that, it looks conspicuous. It looks like some shit that some AI guy placed there. Someone who lacks skills except the ability to prompt and tell the fucking machine what it wants, and that's suddenly gonna get all of us fucking Hollywood industry that's better than real people making things and art. It seems like that thought process is falling to the back, and you still got some of these motherfucking morons like Elon Musk who are thinking that he's got the future at his fingertips, but it has to be dark and it has to be stark. Seeing open AI going back on their SORA model, it doesn't, for me, forbid good things in the future about what's coming when it comes to those type of image and video generation. Takes too much computing power. It's gonna take them all down in just a minute. And it seems like with the way energy is going and the oil prices going up, they're gonna have to find a new way to run their whole shit. It's all gonna start collapsing if things keep going in this direction. It's probably not gonna stop and never gonna actually come back in. Yeah. Entering a new place on a map, a new dark ages, if we don't get things right back on the right track, and we probably can't, cause it just doesn't seem like that's the way it'll go, and maybe it's something that we need to let go and just be okay with it. And I'm not trying to be lame, but I'm trying to be profane with it, and I'm a pro with it, and the fame is gonna come as soon as I speak what I can, and I came with it on. Now I'm just stuck in it. What the fuck are they saying? Yeah, it's always complaining, it's always propaganda at the mouth on a different plane of existence, trying to shift it, trying to intersect it with what people are thinking in this plane of existence, and make it something that is shaped like reality even though it isn't, and so they can convince people of it, and that's the future that they created in the schism with a wedge that you're pushing, and the right wing has an advantage because they just lie about shit and keep it pushing and don't even care about evidence. They just make shit up, and if people connect with it, then they keep it going, and if not, they drop it and forget they ever said it in the first place. That's how the whole thing goes, and the narratives are potent, and that's why they're constantly poking through with it and getting people to go along with it, even if they're knowing better. People used to know better, used to have some education in this country, but now the voters are people who don't know shit, and the generations of Gen Zers who are going along with it are even less educated than we are, and that's stark shit, isn't it? Yeah. Hell yeah, Robert Youngblood. What do you think, guys? Should I wrap it up? There's no need to blame the speaker. I'm just gonna be coming through later. I can't take the fucking Contradictions, they're always laying on my plate, but that's just how things go. I guess there's no way to be a hater in this common economy without it constantly inflecting and reflecting on the way that you're living your whole life, your whole aperture, your whole structure. Fuck it, it's coming about what you're fuck what you're about. Alright, I'm out of steam. I think that's it for the strain, know what I mean? Much love to everybody in the chat. Thank you guys for watching. I'll be back on next week. There will be some clips from this. I'll post some clips from this throughout the week. Thank you guys for the love in chat. Yeah, next Friday I'll be back on here. I go live like this every Friday at 6 p.m. 6 p.m. PST. So that's when I'll be live again next week. And then I post these freestyles throughout the week, and I also post podcasts throughout the week. So I'll have another video out tomorrow morning, and probably some clips from this stream will drop in the next few days and throughout next week. And by the way, this sample is The Many Faces of Oliver Hart by Idea and Abilities. But actually that one was just Idea. It was a rapper, EYEDEA. One of my biggest influences, especially with freestyling too. He was a big freestyler. But this is a sample from the intro of his solo album called The Many Faces of Oliver Hart. Alright y'all, much love. Really appreciate it. I'll be back on next week. Everybody be safe.